129.
That's my second favorite.
The 26, is that straight midfield or that's straight midfield?
No, that's straight midfield. My favorite Frontier line is the 94. It's a 94, 129, 131, then 99. Those are my top four.
You know what would have been my third favorite if it was still around?
134. I wish you would have had a chance to ride that shit.
Yeah, I know. Your favorite at midfield probably was the 8s.
No, my favorite at midfield would be 26.
That I do know. 26.
26 is my favorite.
Even Zaire would tell you.
22 is my second favorite. 22 and 26. I used to pick stuff that was based around those two lines. Anything that had those two lines in it, I went for it every time. Every time. The H was cool though. What?
What about the 53? Got the 53? Yeah.
32 is a good screw.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah.
That was another good one. I enjoyed driving that.
It's kind of, it's not long, but it's kind of.
It's pretty long.
Yeah.
It's like an hour, one way.
Yeah.
It's pretty long.
I was thinking about riding it when I was thinking about riding it the one day when I rode 8312 on the 49.
Yeah, 32 is sweet. Sweet. Definitely one of my favorites.
I just try to stay off the 16.
Yeah, I can't.
That's 16.
I can't do that.
You can have your 6.
Yeah, they can have that. They can have that.
Especially the first of the month. That's the first time of the year.
Zaire's favorite's the 18.
Yeah, they go by his house, Bob.
I used to like the 18.
18 is lovely. I live right there, so yeah.
Yeah.
Some people say 18 is bad, but it really isn't.
It's not bad, huh? You just pick up a lot of people.
Yeah.
It ain't bad though. The 16 is what you call bad. I mean,
No.
47 is bad.
The worst is the 47.
Yeah, 47 is a nightmare, man. 56 is bad. You know what I mean? But the 18, nah. It just picks up a lot of people. You'll definitely have a full bus running that. You ain't never gonna have you'll have a trip where it's not too bad, but if you do a run on the 18, what are those trips gonna be good? There's a few midfield lines I like. Two is okay.
The 23.
You're funny. I'll never say I like it. Especially after my movement. I don't want to talk about it.
I have 3 favorite midfield lines I like
Everybody know
now.
what I was about to say. Like, the whole situation with Bernard, bro, that shit was... I couldn't bring myself to drive that joint.
You wasn't with midfield when 23 was always South Philly, right?
No. That was in 2015.
Okay.
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah, that was fun. Those G's just coming down Jumptown Avenue.
Yeah.
I was sure about that.
You know, Henry, he used to drive that joint.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Always brought him over to
I remember the night when we were going run 8 and he was telling him he used to do it.
If you go to his Instagram, he got a picture. He took a picture of the 20. It's a restyle. It's like a red restyle he had. It was like an 84. He was sitting there for the organ. I'll pull off 20 feet chestnut. I'll show you a picture when it gets tough.
That's what's up.
I think Henry got hired right after the 108 went back to all victory. Because it used to be split up until 2015. When he got hired,
What, for that
Even though she
game?
cut for the left lane in front of a bus that was moving. Somehow they're gonna try to make that my fault.
I don't see how.
Because that's the Septa way. Everything is always our fault. And they eyes. It's never nobody else's fault besides ours. Even though they realize that people are with the driver's like that. Oh, well, why you didn't look to the left? Because she was in the turn lane. Why would I look at her?
Hey, bro, all I would say is, I'm not saying nothing. That's what I can.
Yeah, man.
So you have to say, people don't lie. People do. Yeah. So you have to say, like that. Just like that.
Yeah. People just don't look.
They trying my patience to that.
Fulton Regional Rail Station.
Like that. That's true. I get better.
Huh?
Yeah, people special to that. Yeah, people special to that.
Yeah, it seems like people don't want their cars where they lives. It seems like
On a Sunday, too.
yeah.
My mom asked me the question. She's like, "Why do you like Frontier so much?" I said, "Because you don't got to deal with nobody."
Yeah. Same reason why everybody else like Frontier. You gotta Okay, fine. Thank you.
Me and my mom's starting to like these BAEs now.
She like them?
She says I'm getting home from work quicker now.
Yeah. True. They definitely do that.
She likes the new bus smell, but she says, you know, with these buses smelling brand new and everything, it's only a matter of time until somebody dirties it up and everything.
Right. Eventually they can start smelling like cigarettes and stuff like that. All the smokers and all that.
Maintenance wall.
I just always think it's crazy that the 96 used to be this way. But that's so Morristown all the way out here. It's a long route. I'm happy they cut it in half.
I keep looking at this panel right here. No, the other day I was on the Nelson on the 20, right?
They swing open sometimes.
It broke. It came down.
Base cash fare for
Okay,
$8 clearance is
It broke.
required.
I guess it wasn't tightened up all the way or something like that.
Probably so.
But it came down and it smacked the driver in the face.
I did.
Stop requested.
It was a 3100. He didn't call the bus in or nothing. He drove it like that.
Nelson
With the
Route
thing
to
all the way
Newflyer
off?
Xcelsior
Yeah.
Center.
All he did was write it up.
Where did he put it at? Behind the seat? Behind the seat?
Yep.
I probably would have did the same thing.
Doors are closing.
He did get a little angry though. He was saying like, man, always on the last trip. He says sorry about my language, but he said these fucking things always come down.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before this thing swings over, bro.
That's why they asked for it.
Huh?
That's why they asked for it.
I I know it's hanging on by a thread. One thing I gotta do is this jump gotta get loose. That's it. And it'll open right up.
Yeah. It's only this side that's open.
It's always like that. For some reason, Frontier don't tighten both sides.
That's a will arrest and keep prosecution of anyone who commits any act of violence towards an operator.
Should be open on Sundays. Should be open on Sundays.
No, I wish it was.
At your car, shopping center.
At the shore yesterday, you know the
That's not this one. Yeah, it's me. When I come back, I'll be going to my company later on. Yeah. I'm sorry, man.
This bus.
It will be. Not yet. She's probably been on her way for a long time.
she would have been if she didn't get on.
She was saying she probably been out here for a while. When I was all over in 94, I wasn't even over here. The bus before this one was at, what, like 12 something, right? 12 So
I guess there wasn't no 132 out here before you.
Huh?
I guess there wasn't no 132 out here before you.
Who's me? On Sundays, I'm the only one. There's one other 132 early in the morning. But he only does one trip. That's the 6045 block. After that's done, I come out, I take over the daytime service. And then the very last 132 at the end of the day comes off of the 6264 block that I used to do. So all the buses are out here. They're just so spaced apart. On Sunday, it's like they don't run at all. You know what I mean?
So your leader only does one trip.
Yeah. It only goes to, you gotta think about it. It only, the 132 on Sundays only goes to Montgomery Mall 3 times. If I do 2 of them, the other one is him. There are no more Montgomery Mall buses after this.
Wow.
It's just,
So they just all go back down.
yeah, the 132, it goes to Telford 4 times. And it goes to Montgomery Mall 3 times. So, the 4th Telford bus is after me at 6:30. That's going to be the 6264 bus.
And that's the last one.
That's the last one. Yeah. So yes, this joint is, it does not run like that at all. It does not. They see me and won't see another bus for hours. It's crazy. 94 is the same way. It runs 4 times to Montgomery Mall and 4 times to Chester.
I know, I quite noticed it in my videos. I'm like, well, with these people getting on these buses, if I ever do it, it's either you get on or you don't.
Right. There you go.
Because you never know, there may not be no other bus.
Yeah. Well, honestly, the 132s and 94s are pretty much safe because the first 94 and the first 132, the 6045 block, that's done by my homie Weldon. He comes to work all the time. He never calls out. I never call out, so this bus is safe. And then my homie Ty Boyles, he does the 6264 block. He never calls out. That's the guy that was on the last pick and he did the 92 in the morning. No. He's the one that did the 133 and then turned it to 127 on Saturdays and stuff. That was him.
Oh, so he was the driver that we will be seeing
Yeah.
at Oxford Valley.
Yeah, right.
I ain't gonna lie, I like that run. The run
Driving
8.
But that
market.
133 to 27?
No, run 8.
Oh, the one I just got off of?
Yeah.
Oh, the weekday jump? The 90 to 150 on that? was thinking about getting back.
The thing I like about it is once that 127 pulls in, it's time to leave.
Yeah. No. He wasn't that one. He was the one on Saturday. The one I used to see when I did
When he did the 130.
Yeah. Like I would pull out to Frankfurt at Nights. When I got there, he would be deadheading from Frankfurt at Nights to Oxford Valley Mall to go start the 127. He'd be just getting done the 133.
I almost fell back.
I'm sorry.
There's some heavy foot action there.
I'll fall back. I'll apologize.
Don't pull a Tavio. Tavio does that all the time.
I don't want to kill you over here. I'm just trying to get Telford as fast as I can so I can get at least a little bit of break time to stretch my legs.
I see it on the tractor. You popped on and then you popped off. And then when you got close to Chestnut Hill, you popped on. It said you were running 4 minutes early.
Yeah, I was hot. I was pretty early all day. I was early going to Montgomery Mall earlier. My first trip to Telford, I was early. I was 5 minutes late getting to Montgomery Mall. Telford.
And then I said to myself, this must have been a good bus.
Bruh. Demon. Fast. You know.
Yeah, I know. I feel.
129 that day. We was
Please pass clear. 4. Inbound clearance.
Yeah, but it wasn't this fast.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was this quick last time. But then again, at that time, I was still trying to get acquainted to driving these things.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm comfortable. I know what the hell I'm doing when I'm doing these things, man. So,
And you're driving in flat wheel.
yeah, I've been pretty much driving like this all week. The last 2 weeks I've been driving pretty flat.
I seen it on the chat and you said you want to go back to it. I'm like, what? Going back to the old Midville days.
It's comfy. I like it like this. It's low-key remind me of the 129 video. With 895.
Doors are closing.
I would never figure that out. Hey, with the phone, I would never do that.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
It's crazy. I was telling my son, I might just go flat 100% of the time. And I've been doing it. Like, religiously. He'll tell
Well,
you.
if you ever get tired of doing it, you can do it the way Dennis told you.
Nah, I'm done with that. This is going to be my way from now on. It's comfortable. My arms aren't tired. I got a lot of leg space. It's good. And I still got full control over the brakes and stuff like that. So it feels pretty damn good. I'll drive like this yesterday.
Welcome to the dark side.
Huh?
Welcome to the dark side.
Welcome to the dark side. Hey, I was driving this one 124 yesterday. Moving, bro. Moving. You hear me? Foot to the floor, bro. Moving.
I'm pretty sure the Midville drivers you probably know that are still back at Midville will probably see you driving like that. But so you decided to go back to Midville yet?
I saw my homie downtown yesterday. This is before you came out,
Okay.
right? And I pulled up to 13th Market. He was getting a random drug test. And I pulled up to 13th Market. The steering wheel flat. He was looking at me like, he was like, last time I seen you drive like that when we used to do 23 together. I was like, yeah, I brought that going back. He was like, all right, well, you might as well bring your ass back to that dude. I was like, I'm never doing that. How you driving hood in a suburban depot? Like, I was like, yo, mind your business, all right?
You can drive flat anywhere.
Anywhere, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie though, at Cowell Hill, flat is law at Colorado. That's all they. Colorado, they drive flat all the time. All the time. They got that joint down pat. They will. Yeah. I feel like them and Victory, they on top of it. They do Play mine drive flat sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. He don't do it all the time. Like if he feel comfortable, if he feeling it, he'll do that joint up like that. But like other than that, play mine sometimes he tilts it. He like that joint to be in his left, he got full control.
When I went to Hershey,
Sometimes he drive flat, sometimes he doesn't.
when I was coming back from Hershey, Marcus Mercati, he was driving Marcus. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was driving 5731 flat going back.
Well, you like Marcus, we might try that joint.
Yeah. He was
Lord.
driving. He was flooring it and
Lord.
he was flooring it and driving flat at the same time.
Yo, Mark United, he's a character.
Yeah, he funny. I love
He's
it.
funny.
I love Marcus, man.
Yeah.
I used to see him all the time. Last like 2 years ago. I used to see him out at the 6180 block last year. I would see him on the one. I was on 124. He'd be on the flash.
Yeah.
That's what you know what we do that right now.
You on the flash right now?
Yeah, him and Warren.
Oh yeah, I did see his story. He is riding with Warren today.
He do the flash like every day, damn near.
Yeah, I mean,
Mark,
that's
he a regular
that's
on
7 days a week, yeah.
Yeah,
Right now, it's
Right now, yeah. Until the season is up for it.
Please be advised, Septa will arrest and seek prosecution.
Warren's out doing Navy Yard ride, I think, right now.
Warren?
Yeah, because Zaire said in the group that Warren sent out a text saying if anyone want to come out, I'm on a Navy Yard with a Nova.
Yeah. That's all it.
I gotta get my ass riding with Warren. I still have not done it yet.
He is fun to ride with, bro. I tell you. Remember the time I told you I was on the 4 bus that day and the lady, she had a pillow on my bus and she went, what's up?
What's happening?
Oh, you were out there when you had it?
Yeah, like it was a day where I was on the 4 and this lady got on that broad Allegheny and she wouldn't get off my bus. Like she rode all the way to Broad Madison. I was like, last time. She was like, I ain't getting off. I'm going to sleep in here. And she took her pillow on her blanket and went right to sleep.
Oh, wow.
I get off the bus, I call the police. I'm sitting there waiting for the police. Warren come pulling up behind me in an Excelsior Navy Yard show. This is like back in like
Was it one of the XD40s?
Yeah, he come pulling up behind me. He was like, I'm like, whoa, Warren, what's up, man? He was like, what happened? I'm like, this lady would get off my bus. He laughed. He was like, see, that's exactly why I know this word is something. There's always something. He was like, the police not going to help you because I just don't know that. I was like, really? Sure. A lot of you not. He pulled off and did his shuttle run. The police came. They did not help. They was like, you're going to have to call one of your Septa police officers because we don't touch people. We don't public deputation no more because this is around the time of the George Floyd thing and all that.
Oh yeah, back in 2020.
So, police were skeptical about touching people. They didn't want to start no riots and nothing like that. So, I had to wait for Septa police. It took them like 4 hours to get to me. I was so pissed.
This was probably before the flash buses were like pink now.
Nah, they weren't pink back then.
They were purple.
They were still all purple, yeah. They just recently repainted them like a year or two ago.
Yeah, the pink.
Yeah, that's new. This is like this happened like 5 years ago. No, it happened 4 years ago. No, it was 5 years ago when they happened. The lady on the bus. That was 5 years ago, 2020.
I remember when flash buses were white.
That was years ago.
I remember that
I
time.
remember that. Yeah, I remember that too.
first they were white, then they were like red, then they went to purple, and now they're in the scheme that they got now.
At first they were always purple. They had a short stint where they were white. Like before the middies came and took them over, they used to be white and they used to be purple. They used to be purple. I remember they didn't run Newflyers on the Flash back in the day.
Then they ran Gillies, I think. I think that was what they ran, the Gillies.
Nah, they ran white.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Not
the
do
wheels
it.
don't come in front of me. They used to run some ugly looking buses on that thing back in the day.
Not the buses that Kraft had, ain't it?
Huh?
It's not the buses that Kraft had.
I don't know if Kraft operated them at the time. Whoever operated them, they were ugly as hell. Back when I was a kid, like in like 1999, they were atrocious looking. They were the ugliest buses that I've seen. In my opinion.
I thought you were
don't know if
talking-
everybody agreed with me, but
I thought you were talking about those, them Volvo buses that they
no,
have.
they didn't have all. I'm talking about the buses they used on the Flash back in the 90s. Ugly as hell.
I gotta watch a video of it when I get a chance.
All you gotta do is type in downtown in 1999. You want to see a bunch of Nabbies, not Newflyer, Nabbies, Neoplans, and Volvo R2s running down the street. That's what you want to see.
Dispatch fare
The
for
training man guy, he
without their
recorded it.
instrument is required.
You're welcome.
Doors are closing.
I hate when the air's on when an announcement sound like a thing, 123.
Stop requested.
You know who's one person I would like to see drive flat? Ali and Daquan.
They climbed. Dropped damn near flat already. He's right
Doors
there.
are closing.
One more tilt. It's
Yeah.
right there. He dropped like this.
Yeah.
From the videos that you posted, it looked like he only had a couple clicks away.
Yeah, I was watching my videos with him. He does drive a little bit like Dennis.
Yeah. He sits lower than Dennis though. Dennis don't sit low. Dennis sit high. Daquan sit low.
I think with Ali, he'll probably have to get used to driving more to drive flat.
Ain't he a rookie? He's a rookie right now, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I'm
some
saying. He'll
right
probably
now-
have to get used to it more.
Some rookies do come out of training and drive a flat. I know a few. Like my man Umar, he been driving flat since he started driving buses.
There was a time Dan drove flat when he was still in Frontier.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
I kind of do.
As far as I remember, he always drove with the steering wheel back. I used to ride past him all the time. He never drove flat. Never cared to.
That's a nice truck right there. I said that was a nice truck back there. That red one on the hill. Right. Another one.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
I already know what you're going to say.
I had a handful of words about it. You want to record it, but
Come on, get off the road.
God, bro.
Yeah, turn on the red. Good idea. Good job. Turning on the red. I'm surprised this bus is not blasting like the other BAUs I rode today.
Yeah, what I had yesterday was last time I was 15. Last time. It was cold.
Washington and Lincoln. Stop requested. Doors are closing. Last stop, Vendors Market.
Oh yeah, I've seen the City Line Loop sign on most of the buses now out in Bucks County.
Like on Excelsiors? Like our routes?
Yeah. 130 has it now. 133 has it now. 129.
Let me see. I'm about to say.